Alright, so let's get into this game, guys. It has loaded up, spawning in the bottom left in this final best of 5. It is our yellow Terran. It is JaBiTo. Spawning down in the bottom right, we have our red Zerg. Played quite well today. It is Arkanthiel. JaBiTo not happy with the Mutalisks, as right now Arkanthiel is going to take his very early expansion once again. Alright. Sorry. So, I want to say that this refinery has gone down after the barracks, as I had my little coughing fit there. Over on the other side of the map, Arkanthiel not really looking for his gas at his usual time, just waiting for a little bit here. And actually, JaBiTo going to come up big with his first scout here, actually heading to the right side of the map first, and he will get a nice little scout off here to see what is going in. Shout out to John Cruz there from Arkanthiel. My god, I'm still having trouble with that name after all the games I've casted of his today. Reaper going to start us off here for JaBiTo. Let's see if he just keeps it to the one Reaper for now, as he's going for a very quick next supply depot, but of course need those to make SCVs. Alright, so drone scout coming in is JaBiTo looking. Oh, he does block it. Nice. Nicely done. Alright. Wow, that was loud. So SCV comes in, attacks the hatchery there for a second. Reaper pops out, kills himself a drone, and the Reaper will now head across the map. Now back across the other side of the map, what has Arkanthiel got set up in defense? His queens are almost done, his lings are on the way, but this is still a Reaper, and if he controls it right, he can clear the lings out quite quickly. And he's going for a very fast baneling nest once again here, Arkanthiel, getting his baneling nest before he gets his ling speed. And if JaBiTo is able to get a scout off on this, it could be huge for him. Alright, he's going to dive in on the crew, try and get some little bit of extra damage there. Not trying to, yes, go up into the main, get that scout off. It would be worth your while. As he comes around the far side here, he's not actually going to get scared as he goes up into this. He's going to go straight up the ramp, have a look and see what is going on in the base here of Arkanthiel. And he goes around the backside of this map. The grenade knocks some drones out the way. He sees that baneling nest, but he doesn't see the pool jiggling. He's like, wait a minute, is your speed already done? It can't be. And as he comes down, he's going to see actually no lings. The lings are already heading across the map here for Arkanthiel before he's actually 5 drones. Gets his baneling nest, I think, a little bit too early here, Arkanthiel, where he could be getting his speed, and then once he's got his drones out, he can throw that baneling nest and start mass reducing his lings, but it's his choice. Alright, now where has that Reaper gone to? He's holding the watchtower. The lings, one ling has been taken down in the meantime, actually going into a fast layer instead here, not going for the option of a quick ling bane attack as I thought he was going for. Okay. Alright, so Hellions out on the map now here for JaBiTo. His next lot is out. Now JaBiTo, in the past games we've watched him today, he gets out a fair few Hellions to just kind of harass, see if he follows it up with a 5th and 6th Hellion here as he comes across the map with his first 2. There is a Spine Crawler coming down, there is a Roach Warren, so it might be a little bit of a Roach Bane play, or just Arkanthiel just going into his standard kind of play here. Nothing out of the ordinary here for Arkanthiel really, but just that baneling nest timing just really kind of got me there. But factory coming down, 2 more barracks being added on here by JaBiTo as normal, as he's going to start getting his harass on now with his Reaper and Hellions. There's a couple of... Oh, that's actually a good bunch of speedlings there. He's waiting for him to get on the creep to try and jump him, but he's got to be careful. Still a Reaper there. He's got a grenade handy. Oh, what is it called actually in this? A KDA charge. Let's call it grenade. Actually, a lot of spine crawlers coming down here from Arkanthiel. He's actually really afraid of attack here, which is really strange. You just see your kind of regular Hellion harassment. And he's kind of overreacting to it, but he's coming across the map with his Zerglings, trying to outrun the Hellions around the top side of the map, but just not really going to happen. The Hellions are very fast incoming, and he will catch out all of these lings. Oh, so many lings being roasted there. Only 4 remaining here for Arkanthiel across the map. Roach Warren though, 10 on the way, 3 already spawning, and more. Oh, actually, this is really strange. I'm not sure why he's going for that one. Getting a scout off, but he sees that there's not really a war going on here, and the roaches could just do quite a lot. 3 barracks should start producing now here for JaBiTo, but his economy taking a little bit of hit here. Like, not quite got his 3rd base out yet, just spending more and more money on production, spending his money on upgrades, where that's kind of the fault over his head here as this roach attack is coming across the map, and he doesn't really have too much to defend against this. Does he have his stim? He does have his stim at least. That will help him out again in the defense here against these units. Hellions will be there to tank for him as well. The unit count is still quite low, and he's going to see this roaches straight away at the front here. Loses his Reaper instantaneously there as the roaches, sorry, the Hellions and the Marines come down for the defense. That bunker is not going to finish. No cancel coming down. Just actually, no, it's going to finish by the look of things. He's going to kill all these SCVs basically for free. Stim starts coming down here. Bunker is going to finish, and now these roaches have just kind of got themselves into a funny corner. He's either just going to have to lift this and pull this over. Yes, it looks like that is what he's going to do. If he does continue this attack, it would be quite questionable. JaBiTo trying to do his best to keep himself in this, but he's going to have such an upgraded advantage once he holds this off. A big link counterattack coming across the map. Oh, sorry, counterattack. Just a big link swirl coming across the map. It's still Hellions around, so it's going to make life difficult, of course. These bunkered Marines down on the bottom, they're not going to be too helpful where they are now. But, oh man, those Hellions being worth their weight to get in gold against these links. And he's just trying to keep himself alive. JaBiTo doing quite a nice job of it. He's got himself a medivac here as well, so he can start stimming once again. He's now got Widow Mines to help support his cause. And this CC, a little bit ambitious here, especially with the Roach Hydra, the Roach Link still being down here. The bunker's helping out quite a lot. But now he can't get himself into a corner. Now he's suiciding all of these units into the Terran Bio. That's a big mistake there by Arkanthiel, but he will lose the rest of it. Spire going down behind this. More and more Lings coming out. And this is where JaBiTo is going to start to really get into this game. He's got a Planetary Fortress basically up now at his 3rd. Counterattacks to that base are basically nil. And he's got a bunker there to help protect it as well. His +1 also finished. Combat shields coming down now as well. His anti-muta right now, not quite heavy, but scan goes down in the main. We'll spot that Spire finishing up now. Extra scan coming down in the natural just to see if there's any kind of extra tech hidden, but he won't really find anything. He sees the Evo chambers and they're not researching at this current time. Alright, so JaBiTo heading across the map. He's only got himself 1 medivac with his push so far. Second one is making its way across. Now he's going to have that reactor starport for those extra medivacs, but is it going to be too late? Oh, that Widow Mine just kind of destroys instantly there. But these Marauders slowing down the roaches and just letting the Marines DPS everything they can down. He comes in for the attack. No bailing speed just yet. He needs to split, but it's just not really happening just yet. But there's the split. The bailings do almost nothing, and there's just so much Terran Bio here that Arkanthiel just has to deal with now. There are mutas on the way, I believe, unless they're still kind of chilling, or he just never made them. He's just making emergency units as fast as possible right now. Lings are not going to be the helpful unit that he needs right now. A lot of Overlords have fallen as well. That's quite supply block here, Arkanthiel, but he did lose a lot of units, so the supply block is not too much of a problem. But there we go, there's the supply block coming down. 5 roaches on the way. Lings are going to die straight away to these Hellbent Marines. Drones are on the retreat. And this 3rd base is looking like it's going to go down here. Drones trying to evacuate, get to this 4th base, possibly without being scouted, heading towards that direction. 7 Bailings coming down on the ramp with some roaches as well. And the reinforcements on the other side of the map here for JaBiTo, he's only got his +1 attack coming down, which is a little bit strange again. He did that last game against Ender as well. Actually, no, it was against Arkanthiel where he had his +3 attack, +2 armor to finish off Arkanthiel here. But he's definitely dealt a huge blow to the economy here of Arkanthiel, whereas now JaBiTo is adding on more and more infrastructure to be able to produce just so many more units. It's kind of like a repeat game of what happened earlier, but the Mutalisks just won't really affect it this time around. JaBiTo is just going to be able to run away with this game. +2 attack getting very close to being done. +2 armor gets out now. 1-1 there for the roaches, and Fest is now on the way here as well. But the infrastructure for JaBiTo are going to be so much more superior now with more and more medivacs popping out with this composition as well. and he can start being a bit more aggressive. Even Cyclone's going to be coming down out of one of the factories here. This would be an interesting factor here, because he can try and maybe target down a couple of banelings as well, just from a distance, or even lock on to the infestors when they're quite far away. Another shout out to someone in chat here by Arkanthiel, as he's coming forward. He's going to be able to not quite see that. He sees the infestor, he's going straight for it, but what's at the top of this ramp? Pre-splits is what is needed here, and he does spot it. Fungal is not going to get used just yet. He's waiting for the big piece of pie, but he can't quite get the shot. He loses one of the infestors there, as the rest of the buy is stimming forward, focusing down that infestor, and no, Fungal's coming out here, and I think this is where JaBiTo will end the game. Pre-splits are nice once again here by JaBiTo, +2 attack, stim bio against 1-1 roaches. It is just not going to be enough here for Arkanthiel, as everything is getting obliterated. GG comes out, infestors trying to do what they can, but it's just not enough, and JaBiTo takes map number 1 in this best of 5. Alright, so a solid game 1 there from JaBiTo. He's kept him from making the units by going in for this little bit of a timing attack with his bio there. Forced Arkanthiel to basically make emergency units instead of going for Mutalisk, and just kind of hit a timing before Mutalisk was a problem for him. And it just worked out really well there for JaBiTo in the end. Okay, so we'll get that next map here from Ark, I believe is the map. Ark's map. And we'll go into game number 2. So, my posture has been terrible. I've been sitting here for too long, and now I've just been like leaning forward, slouching, getting towards that tired stage now. But we're almost there, guys. I can just readjust myself in my seat, and let's try and tough it out for this last couple of games here, as Arkanthiel will pick Dash and Terminal for the next game. And we all know what Arkanthiel does on this map, guys. He's done it time and time again. Will JaBiTo be onto it? Okay. So, just waiting for the guys to accept the match. Now, there is quality options there, guys, so it shouldn't be too laggy. I'm not really dropping frames unless I just dropped a bunch then, but it seems to be alright. Okay, so waiting for party. Come on. Come on, guys. I think we're waiting for JaBiTo to accept the match. Alright. So, I like playing with my hands, but the problem is these chairs have the armrest here, which keeps my hands up here. So I can't really hide them. So it looks like JaBiTo has just kind of disappeared. No, oh, there he goes. He's accepted. Oh. Alright, so just waiting for the players to ready up, and we'll get into it. Ready up from Arkanthiel and ready up from JaBiTo. Let's click that start button and get it underway, guys. Countdown has begun. And Dash and Terminal. So, yeah, as I was saying before, Arkanthiel has been pretty much relentless with when he picks this map. He's very, very into going straight for that Bane Rain and seeing how much damage you can get. And especially with the amounts of basically units that are up in that main base so early on as well. Just, oh, it's such a damaging attack if you get away with it. And I keep rocking back in my chair. I can see that on the preview. Sorry, on the stream. I got it on mobile, so I can keep an eye on if anything's going wrong. But it just catches it in the corner of my eye. Anyway, let's get into the game. It is a best of 5 and 102 JaBiTo. Spawning in the top, the man I was just speaking of. Currently 1-0 up in this series. He's the Blue Terran. It is JaBiTo. Spawning in the 3 o'clock position. Here's our Red Zerg. It is Arkanthiel. And JaBiTo changing up a little bit this game, going Refinery before Barracks, and that's well before a Barracks. Arkanthiel, on the other hand, just going for his standard hatchery first, probably a pool to follow this up as usual. and a gas at probably around 14, maybe 15 supply. Oh, a second gas coming down here very quickly by JaBiTo. What is he up to? This, I think he might be going for the tank drop deal, and he's going to use it to abuse this spot here and possibly this spot here, and it's just going to be a huge pain here for JaBiTo in the end. Sorry, for Arkanthiel if he doesn't get onto this. Okay, so oh man, I'm like I'm starting to get to the point of being tired where I'm just like losing track of what I'm thinking about. But anyway, there's the factory coming down here from JaBiTo, and Arkanthiel is going to get his scout off here with his overlord, and it's going to be no problem. And a marine is about to pop out from that barracks though, and this overlord might not have an escape. He's going to try and escape, but let's see how he goes here. Oh, it's not looking good for this overlord. Looks like he is going to survive though. Actually, he's not going out into the middle of the fog of war there, so he could very well just drop that and then go after it again. But this overlord looks like he will... Oh, he can go for it. Looks like he's going to try, but I think it's a bit too late. That overlord will escape with such little health. Back on the other side of the map here for Arkanthiel, he has got himself some extra gases coming down. He's got his lings ready for a Reaper, but just not going to happen this time around as JaBiTo already making himself a tank. Starport is coming down and Reactor coming down as well here for his barracks. And it looks like he is going for the siege tank drop play. Oh, and Arkanthiel actually switching it up this time. Going into a Roach Warrior, I thought we were going to see the Bane Rain come down from him. And yeah, it's quite nice for him. I don't think the unit composition is really going to work out here for Arkanthiel, especially against this tank drop play, especially being able to pick up your siege tanks while they're in siege mode. You can just kind of kite the roaches all day with it and do whatever you want. But anyway, no second medivac out just yet. There we go, there's the second medivac. Now he needs a bit more gas to see if he's already got a siege tank out, so it's going to be his second siege tank. I'm great with mass, as you may have heard. But Spinecrawler coming down to defend. It looks like he has somewhat been revealed. Something ticked him off, as he has seen the double gases. Alright, so Arkanthiel just getting his overlord into another position here. The first siege tank drop is making its way across the map, and then the second one not too far behind. So this is going to start getting quite heavy here for for Arkanthiel, as he's going to start setting up his drop. Where's he going to start dropping it? He can put it wherever he wants. Oh, he's going to put it... Oh, that's a really dirty spot there, right behind the mineral line. It's going to take forever for him to come down. He can start focus firing down whatever he wants. Drones, lings, whatever he wants. Second siege tank joining the battle as well. Another siege tank, another more drones. Oh, the drones. He needs to pick up that. Yes, he will pick that up. Oh my. And this is just doing so much damage already here, the tank drop. He's going to drop again, drops right in front of the Queen's face, keeping his medivacs alive. Transfuse goes down to keep one Queen alive. That Queen gets booted across the creep there. Kicked him for 6, that one. And these tanks are still just doing so much damage. 10 Roaches about to pop out though, but how much damage is just going to be done before this happens? More drones coming to the forefront and they're just going to die. Roach is going to try and come from both sides here and surround. Oh, he just picks that up in time. Now he's going to start kiting. Try and do his best here to keep both units alive. Oh, really nicely done here. Oh, this is so dirty. Oh my god. The control here by JaBiTo is just so nice. And it's just... Oh my. He's making more and more rich and they're just more and more of them are dying. Look at this units lost count. I think all of his lost is a Marine so far and maybe an SCV. Oh, that was questionable. Jumping right in the middle of the drone line there. But still, he's done a lot of damage with this and he's transitioning out of it behind this. He's got a command center done, he's got 2 factories already producing, and now he's going to take himself a natural, and this one tank is still alive. You can pick that up if he's watching. Oh, oh, oh. I think we may have just had JaBiTo possibly lag out. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Alright, hopefully he can come back into it. Alright, so the countdown begins. Can JaBiTo reconnect here? Because he's in such a commanding position right now. Can he do it? Can his internet? Pray for Filipino internet, guys. Pray for it to come back. But at this point, it's looking pretty dire here for JaBiTo. Looks like he's going to lag out. Now, the problem is, I'm not sure if Legacy of the Void has resumed from replay yet, because it's in the beta, but because I tried to have a look before and I couldn't quite see recover game when I had a look before. So we'll have to see what happens. And it looks like we are going to lose JaBiTo here. We'll give him another 30 seconds. And if he doesn't drop out, we'll just drop. Okay. So unfortunately for JaBiTo, looks like we've lost him. But he should be back hopefully for either recovery of this game or move on to the next one. Alright. While we sort this out, guys, we'll go to a quick break. And if the game starts back up, we'll get back straight into it. So we'll be back, guys, so stay tuned for now.
Nobody left in the world could ever shake my faith. Holding me back, holding this back, don't you see? You can count on me, put it down on me, 'cause now it's all on me. When the time comes, be ready, don't you hesitate. There's nobody left in the world who could ever shake my faith. Holding me back, no holding this back, don't you see? You can count on me, put it down on me, 'cause now it's all on me.
Hey guys, welcome back. We're going into a recovery here of game number 2. It's loading up as we speak. And here on Dash and Terminal, where JaBiTo had quite an advantage with siege tanks just kind of dropping them about in every which way, but we're going straight into the game here, guys, as it is loading up. So we'll just wait for it to spawn. And we'll go into it. Okay, here comes the recovery screen. Let's get this on the screen here. The big recovery. Alright, so we're only like 5 minutes into the game, I want to say. I think 6 minutes possibly. And so the recovery won't take too long, as you can see, pottering along quite nicely. So it's just like a replay sinking very quickly into this game here. Let's go to mute that, guys. It doesn't annoy you. But anyway, let's get into it. Recovering so close. Come on. Come on. There we go. Alright. So, our problem is over here. Alright. Right. There was a countdown anyway. Oh. Good stuff, guys. We did it. Alright, so it was basically an unwinnable position. I'll let you guys in. The admin wasn't around. Arkanthiel just said he was basically dead at this point, and he wanted to drop out, but unfortunately the admin wasn't around. And so we just decided to do the recover game. Annoy you guys a little bit with that and just move on to game 3, as all he could do at that point was GG. So unfortunately we had to get the official GG on evidence, and there we go. Alright, so third map is JaBiTo's. Yep. We're going to go into Moonlight Madness as our third map. Yeah, so sorry to make you wait for that little jump into nothing, basically. So anyway, our next map was Moonlight. Okay, cool. So get this map loaded up and get ready, as we just kind of had a bit of a break for basically nothing. You guys got to see the big countdown and the GG and F10 end straight up there from Arkanthiel, but stuff happens. Alright, so both players are ready to go. We're going into map number 3. JaBiTo currently in a match point position here. If Arkanthiel wants any I'm going to give up calling this guy Arkanthiel. I'm just going to call him Ark. I've tried this in the past, but I was like, oh, maybe I'll try it again, but I just fail every time. So, JaBiTo now in his match-winning position. Let's get into it, guys. Get rid of this stuff. I want to get rid of that. Hopefully I can stop that from ever happening again when I look into it more. Alrighty. So, spawning in the upper right, currently down 0-2 in this series, it is the purple Zerg Arkanthiel. I try, guys. Spawning down in the bottom left, we have our red Terran. It is JaBiTo, currently 2-0 up in the series. He's in a very, very strong match-winning position here. What can he do? Whereas Arkanthiel just playing the same opening every game, not really anything to shake it up, no one-base shenanigan or anything like that. JaBiTo looking to go possibly into a bit of Reaper play. Alright, so nothing really too major happening right this second. JB come back. JaBiTo having a bit of a break from HOTS, but playing some Legacy of the Void, doing what he can basically. He's probably, oh, no meals. What is there to do? But he's been adapting well. I mean, he's made it this far in the tournament. He's now 2-0 up with 1 spot away from advancing in this tournament, and he has like, I think 6 weeks after this to practice for the main tournament on Legacy of the Void, so much time for JaBiTo to pick up the game and get back into it again. So now JaBiTo's coming in for a scout. He sees 1 gas being taken here in the north side of the base. So the spawning pool finishing up as well, so he's like, alright, you got no speedlings for quite a long time, buddy. And the first Reaper is now about to head its way across the map. It's such a long map too, this so the Reaper's... The Queen's already on the way before the Reaper comes as well, so that's quite intense. That's how big it is. But anyway, that's more of just a build order choice from Arkanthiel. Alright, so Reaper coming across the map, he finds himself a drone. Not quite able to get his grenade into the right position there, but he will make his way back across the map. No Lings in production as of yet, just going to rely solely on his queens to defend against this Reaper. As he goes in straight away to try and focus it out, knocks it in the air, he needs to dive on it, and yes he does, he dives on that drone, tries and finds another drone to take down, but is he going to risk it all for the biscuit? Oh, the grenade puts him in the range. Oh, not quite. I think he picked up another drone there. Yeah, two. Actually, no, that was just the one. Oh, that was so close. The grenade almost backfired on him there. Could have been the big 360 no-scope there from the Queen to finish it off. There's a drone though who's weak. JaBiTo did see it at the last second there, or he's not risking it for that one. As he goes up into the main, there is a Queen there to greet him. And drones come down. Gets a little bit of a launch. Launches them down onto the ramp, and the Reaper will escape out the back door. Alright, so back on the other side here of the map here for JaBiTo, his factory is complete. He's going to start his Hellion production and Starport on the way as well. Back on the other side though, looks like Arkanthiel may be going for a bit of fun here with possible Mutaplay, as he's getting all of his gases up now as his lair starts up. And he's going to be spending this next few minutes just droning quite heavily here, but he's going to be still being harassed out by this Reaper. Another grenade goes down, disrupting the mining there of that. Oh, needs to be careful. That Reaper gets out on 1 health. Very close to going down there. And are we going to see Banshee play here? Don't make a fool out of me. Come on, do it. Too busy marking on the other side of the map, but a very quick armory comes down here from JaBiTo. Scan going down as well, trying to see if he can find any hidden tech, but not able to find it. He does see the lair on the way, but he won't see this roach warren coming down on the very northern hand side. But he can duck in here with the Reaper and actually find this out. And he's like, alright, I see what you're making. He clicks on it as well, so you can see that it is a roach warren, so you'll know exactly what to build. A Banshee would be very nice at this point, knowing that the roach tech is coming, and the Reaper does finally die after being such a nuisance there for Arkanthiel. And no, actually he doesn't put that on the, I thought he would put that on the tech lab, especially now that he's seen the roaches. But he's going to go into a Liberator. Interesting choice there from JaBiTo, pulling out a new unit, seeing what he can do with it. And I mean, in a match-winning position, he can try some stuff that he hasn't tried all day, just because he's got that comfortable lead in the series. So roach speed now coming down here from Arkanthiel. No roaches as of yet. Also getting himself an evolution chamber here, obviously to get himself some upgrades. Third base finishes up for him as well. No third CC on the way yet here for JaBiTo. Just kind of focusing, getting out his Liberator, getting out his Siege Tank. Actually, possibly going a mech game here is... yes, he has got 2 factories. I've missed this detail. But yeah, I was going to say, the armory's come down and he's researching +1 attack. And he's setting up. Couplings making their way across the map here. Now, does he have himself a Baneling this game? No, he's just a Roach and Ling at the moment, getting his +1 attack. Ling sitting down on the bottom left hand, or mid left hand side here of the map. So a little bit of a scout. He's going to come in. Oh, wow. The Liberator is absolutely obliterated. Okay, 85 damage. Yeah, it's quite a nice amount there. What's the attack speed? 1.1 a second. That's not a bad attack speed for something that one-shots is ugly. Okie dokie. So here for Arkanthiel, he's still... Oh, he's going into Roach Hydrant just with his +1 attack though, but this is going to be tough as JaBiTo is going into his mech composition here, so siege tanks are plenty. And going to lose that Overlord, going to supply block him there, but a bunch of Overlords get made in its replacement. Okay, so here for JaBiTo, yeah, he's only has 2 factories still, but just because he's on 2 bases, it's going to be just enough now, as he's actually got his 3rd command center on the way over here, I've just seen now. But Great Spines and Mystical Augment is going to be coming down here for his Hydros as well. Of course, those are now combined upgrades here in Legacy of the Void, whereas I actually believe with the Roach Warren, they've split the upgrades again. Like, I think you could get Burrow Move and Roach Speed at the same time off the Roach one, but they have changed that. It was quite a strong thing you could do with there with the Roaches. So they've gotten rid of the timing by making you build 2 Roach Warrens if you want to do something like that, and who's going to risk that biscuit? Alright, infestation pit coming down here for Arkanthiel. He's actually going for a somewhat hidden 4th base. It's so far away from his stuff, especially seeing as all access to those bases is walled off by breakable rocks, basically. 3rd CC is going into position, and some SCVs will have something to say about this. Some Zoglin, sorry, will have something to say about these SCVs coming into position. And Hellions coming back to defend against this. There are 5 Hellions, so he should be able to hold on against this, especially with the +1 on those Hellions as well. They just absolutely destroy those Lings. Planetary Fortress is going to come down here as well, and if he just puts like a supply depot wall here, I'm pretty sure the Planetary Fortress has enough range to attack any kind of Lings that try to break in the front door there. In the meantime, oh, it looks like some Widow Mines actually went down on top of the Liberators there, which, oh, that kind of hurts. As +2 coming down as well, Hellbat's coming out as well. Roach Hydra is now out on the map here for Arkanthiel, and he's up in supply right now, but the siege is coming down, and the Hellions are going to try and dive for it, do what they can, but so many Widow Mines here doing so much damage, oh my. And that was not a solid trade there, unfortunately, for Arkanthiel, as Widow Mines and Siege Tank rained fire down on that Roach Hydra composition, and now JaBiTo basically getting himself a 3rd base economy, +2 attack coming down as well. Hive is coming up here as well for Arkanthiel, but a 3rd factory also joining the battle here for JaBiTo as well. Now, what is Arkanthiel going to do with this Hive? As it looks like he's trying to take down this Planetary Fortress, but not going to be too successful here. I mean, it is a Planetary Fortress, of course, and there's plenty of SCVs here. He starts up the Liberators as well, but now the Roaches don't really have any escape. They've been trapped into a corner, and this mech army will clean up shop. Not before losing a couple of Hellbats though, just the one Hellbat will fall. And +2 attack and +1 plating almost finishing up here for the Terran as well. A big scan coming down. Where is he looking? He's looking for bases, I think. Where did those scans go? I'm not watching the screen at all. But anyway, more Roach Hydra composition out on the map. More siege tanks are needed though here by JaBiTo. He really needs some siege tanks, as the Roach Hydra composition is going to be quite large, especially if only against the 2 tanks here of JaBiTo. Let's see where that scan is. He's throwing down some. Oh, it's looking. Okay, he's been looking for bases. And I think he. Yes, okay, so he's found this base on the left hand side, and that's where he's going to head over. The Roach Hydra Force back at home, all the way home here for Arkanthiel, so he's not going to be able to defend this base at all. He's just going to fall. Queen gets obliterated here. Even the eggs aren't going to finish up here. That's a lot of units going down. I think they were Lings going down. Oh, that was a big. What was that? I think it might have been a Viper that was being made at this base, but not getting out in this base will be cleaned up. Roach Hydra though coming for the flank, and I mean JaBiTo is up in supply right now, but his army is split up, and he's going to get caught out in the middle of the map here if he's not careful. Vipers are swinging around. He does have Parasitic Bomb now available, guys. Is this the first time we're going to see Parasitic Bomb come down? And there is the Parasitic Bomb. He's going to use it as best he can. Actually, no, just Blinding Birds coming down, trying to clean up the tanks on the low ground. Liberators trying to do their best in the sky, but just not good in their weight at all. Thor's getting caught out as well. Just 3 Thors and the Hellbats over here, not doing too much. The Liberator trying to do its best over here, one-shotting the Hydralisk, that's not bad. Another Liberator will siege up here and start dealing out some damage, and all the Hydralisks, wow, the Liberators do their job, and they do it well. Okay, so looking at the drone count here for both players, and JaBiTo flying ahead in that regard. His income should be insane compared to the Zergs, and that it is. He's lost his 4th base here, Arkanthiel, so he can't really help that, but a 4th base also up here for JaBiTo that he can start populating soon with SCVs. More Liberators coming out, more Siege Tanks. He's got plenty of Thors. He needs to repair this 1 Thor, 1 health, that's insane. And he's now got his, oh actually, that's right, they split the mech upgrades again, haven't they? So +1 ship weapons coming down for those Liberators just to keep doing all their damage. Vikings as well, going to be able to do a lot more damage to the Vipers. And this Liberator's just kind of been left out. There we go, now he finds it and he will remove it. Oop. Gets himself an Overlord for his trouble though. Scan's going down, he will find the 4th base coming back online once again, and this might trigger JaBiTo to move out onto the map. Now where did that Thor go? Has he lost it or has he repaired it? Unless it's gone for a walkabout somewhere, or he looks like he's repaired it, because I saw a weak Thor, well, a damaged Thor anyway. And it looks like he has repaired that. Thought that was on the 1 health. But anyway, JaBiTo's moving out onto the map once again. He's up by a 30 supply as he moves out here. +1 ship weapons. Should be finishing up by the time he makes it across the map and sets up. And this is a lot of Liberators that Arkanthiel's going to have to deal with here. He's got a lot of Hydralisks, but that's not going to do too well against the huge siege tank force that's on the ground here. Vipers are going to have to... Oh, there we go. There's some roaches as well. Big burrow coming down. Not sure what this is all about here, but he comes forward. Queen gets obliterated here. Scan should come forward, maybe clean up a bit of the creep, start pushing it back just a bit, but many Vipers now on the field here for Arkanthiel. And he's going to see if he can... his Liberator's getting a little bit too up close and personal, and they all just kind of get obliterated here. Siege tanks in the back, they're all very well hit with the blinding clouds, and he's not quite marking them too well. He's trying to do his best, but everything getting set upon here, and Arkanthiel taking a really good trade against his mech army. And yeah, that just kind of got completely cleaned up. But JaBiTo, I mean, he still maintains a supply lead. His economy is definitely a lot better than Arkanthiel's, and Arkanthiel's actually going to take this time to move across the map. He needs to be careful here. There is Widowmines at the top of this ramp and a tank. Oh, that Widowmines did a ton of damage, and that Viper just sacrifices itself to the Terran Overlord, as it looks like he's still trying to get a little bit of damage. Actually, no, JaBiTo's just kind of left up stuff across the map here, as JaBiTo even going for a 5th expansion here. This big Zerg army moving across the map. JaBiTo still maintains a supply lead. He's got a lot of tanks on the ground. He's got Cyclones with him now as well, but hopefully he keeps his air units to only Vikings for now, just to zone out the Vipers, as his army hasn't been going too well from the repair going down on that planetary fortress. The mech army has squashed this army in. He's going to try and go for the defense of it. It looks like he's going to be able to defend this army. Actually, a lot of Liberators going to start going to work here, as, oh my god, they're doing some damage. Siege tanks also doing work in the back, and that army just gets completely shut down, as JaBiTo now claims himself a 50 supply lead and could be pushing out into the map momentarily to try and shut down this 4th base here of Arkanthiel. Arkanthiel, in the meantime, has been getting his +3 attack upgrade here for his missiles. His main basically mined out his main. He tried to transfer over to his 3rd base. Looks like he lost a few drones somewhere. Check that out. No, he hasn't really lost too many. Maybe just transferred to the wrong base and decided to send them elsewhere. But the attack here, actually no, he's just taking down the wall, trying to secure himself his 5th base. And there we go. Now he's going to find these Liberators, or they're just hotkeyed with something else. Yes, he will not quite see them. But anyway, he's got this 5th base ready to go. The main is mined out here for JaBiTo. His natural base looking a little bit dire, but he's ready to go with a lot more minerals in the bank. I mean, he's actually banking up minerals, not quite close to his max out yet. He's getting there. But more and more units just kind of going down here for Arkanthiel. He's stuck at about 100 supply. His income has been kind of cut, but he is starting to get it back up and going once again. Alright, so here comes JaBiTo once again with an attack across the map. He's going to try and use the Cyclones, but they are focusing down the wrong units at the moment. Those blinding clouds are so nice, as he's playing in as much as he can. The tanks have been left for dead, and they will get cleaned up. JaBiTo not quite moving out with all of his army here, just being a little bit silly. Anyway, he will zone out this Zerg army. The Cyclone trying to lock on here to 100, doesn't follow it up too much, but +3 attack. Finishing up now here for both players. What is that? Is that upgrade? I'm going to have to go check this out really quickly, but there is an engagement. Looks like it's about to happen. Cyclones are locking on, trying to do their best here against the Roach Hydra army, and one of them actually locked onto an Overlord. There, we'll get it. Alright, let's see what this upgrade is. I haven't seen it. Oh, it's okay. It is the upgrade for the Cyclones to have increased range. Alright, so this Roach Hydra force for Arkanthiel looking a little bit tatters now, as JaBiTo just looking so strong. He's actually over SCV'd, I would say, but he's got a very strong army coming out to the middle of the map here. He finds himself a Hydralisk for free. He's got to be careful. He's being surrounded by all sides. There's no Vipers this time around though, so this is where he's got to really be careful, as Cyclones, Hellbats, Liberators trying to do their best. They are starting to siege up, and this looks like it could be the end here for Arkanthiel, as a maxed out JaBiTo is walking across. GG, well played. GG from JaBiTo, and JaBiTo will win 3-0 against Arkanthiel here in the final qualifying match for the Philippine qualifier. So well played there to JaBiTo, of course. He